Hello and welcome, I'm your host Elizibar. This is Superman 100-page giant book thing. It's kind of hard to know what to call these. Oh, and it's volume 2. I forgot the last, when I did the Aquaman one. Wait, there was no Aquaman volume 1. Well, this is Superman volume 2, because consumers in the store going to Walmart will not be confused. But honey, didn't you already buy Superman number 1? Well, this one's different, Mom. You got to make this easy on parents. They don't have time to figure this stuff out. Now, of course, someone's going to be like, well, these books aren't made for kids. Yes, they are. The whole point of this, putting comic books in a regular store, is to get them out there where kids can see them, to remind them that, hey, comic books actually exist. They're a thing you can purchase for $4.99 and get 100 pages worth of goodness. And you know what? There is a lot of goodness here. This Superman story with Parasite, that starts us off, this new story, is actually really fun. I had a blast reading this. Like the history of Parasite, that's not a villain I'm super familiar with. I mostly remember him from the Superman cartoon and the Justice League cartoon and stuff like that. I don't know that I've ever actually read a comic book with Parasite as the main villain. I probably have, and it just didn't stick with me. But it is great here. So Superman's fighting Parasite. Parasite has drained like all the power out of Metropolis. So you can kind of imagine like how this fight's going to go. Not so well for Superman at first. At first, anyway. There's great action. There's intelligence. Because Superman doesn't just overwhelm him with mere power. Superman also outthinks him. Which is how Superman should work. The next story with Supergirl is a hoot because it actually has Jimmy Olsen being cool. Look at him right there. And then he drives off to go get photos. Jimmy Olsen is cool, says the little kid. Can we get a look at the front of the kid's shirt? Yeah, it's a little Shazam Captain Marvel shirt, huh? That's dope. There's like, okay, Supergirl is like in bed, being pitiful, whatever. But she goes to fight the villain, and the villain is a Bizarro. Bizarro Supergirl. I didn't like the art in this quite so much. Something about it feels odd to me. It feels kind of like when I was reviewing She Could Fly, the art made me feel kind of dirty, like the way the line work was or something. There was like a little too much detail in a weird way or something, and that's kind of what I feel like is going on here, especially with Bizarro's face. Because she's not just like weird, creepy white skin or something. I mean, her face looks like her skin looks like it's cracking apart, like she's made of clay or something like that. It's totally weird. They have a great fight. There's some outthinking going on. There's also this weird little plot with this creepy guy kidnapping kids or something. I don't know what's up with that. I want to read the next one and find out. Then we have this Action Comics story here, which is all about come on, Brainiac. Starts off with him kidnapping Kandor, and then we get some stuff at the Daily Planet, and I swear, I just read this comic. I don't know where, because I don't think I own this book, but I swear I just read this. Or maybe it was just like the internet showed me these couple of scenes of Clark Kent in the office setting, doing things that Superman probably shouldn't. And just look at those knowing smirks from the married couple right there. It's great. It's great. Dense is a sack of rocks up here. And of course there's a fight with the Bizarro, or not Bizarro, Brainiac robot. And it's good stuff, and it ends with Brainiac being like, I must take over and destroy Kryptonian. And then finally this last story here, Superman and John and Krypto. I think Krypto's kind of dumb, but they end up on this really cool island. And there's one bit I gotta find. Oh yeah, look at the giant prehistoric fish. That's a really old school fish too, because that kind of mouth structure with the bony plate is very prehistoric. You don't see that very often in modern day fishes. In fact, I think this is like one of the armored fishes. Long time ago, fishes didn't have bony skeletons. They actually wore armor, bony plates on the outside. Those fishes all died because they weren't as mobile as bony fishes were. Bony fishes could go faster. I really like this touch There's a tank with dead people inside. He tells John, hey, don't look in there. And he seals it up. Let them rest in peace. That's very respectful. That's very, very much the Superman character right there. Then there's dinosaurs and all sorts of stuff. It's a really fun little adventure story, and I want to read the next part of it. So I think this book did its job. Like, I really dug the news story. The Supergirl story was a lot of fun. I didn't like the art so much, but we'll call that like a half. Let's just call it a half. All right, let's just round down to an even half instead of being like, well, I like 65% of it. So no, let's just call it a half. And the Action Comics story and the story with John, like, I liked it. This is like 3.5 out of 4. This was dope. I think this is going in above the threshold of awesome when I do reads of the week. Like, I dug this a lot. $4.99, you get your money's worth. What more can you want in a comic book, right? I'll see y'all next time. At least I hope to. Until then, you have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And bye-bye.